PSVR 2.0, physical Mars giveaway, and a new space exploration survival. All that and more on the show. It's the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. It's time for the show. Aloha headsets, Frankie Boy here, and it is time for the Frank Show. Now, we have a great show for you today. First up, I'm giving away 5 copies of Moss. Now, 4 copies are going to be linked to the giveaway in the description, and the 5th copy is going to be given away to the best cool painter out there. This one's going to go a little bit longer. Now, if you guys would like to enter this contest, all you got to do is draw something Moss-themed on Cool Painter, take a screenshot of it, and upload it to the Discord. The Discord link is below. There's going to be a channel just for those Cool Painter screenshots. We're going to collect them all, put a show out of them, and have people vote on their favorite, and that's going to be our winner. Now, the game drops on June 12th, and I am not 100% sure when you're going to get your copy because they may have to get mailed to you from Perp Games or mailed to you from your boy Frankie, but either way, 5 winners all around the world. You guys wanted me to mention that. I forgot to mention it first. I'm going to win a physical copy of Moss, which is, if you have not played it, an awesome game. If you have played it, another great PSVR game to add to your physical collection. You don't even have to open it. Maybe it'll be worth something in years. Now, on to a little bit more news. Detached is a new space exploration survival game coming to PlayStation VR. Now, it's already been out on Steam for a while. $25 over there, so I'm assuming it's probably going to be similar in price to over here, and it has gotten very positive reviews. Now, it's a little difficult because you are running out of oxygen. You're on this spacecraft. You got to go through doors and solve puzzles and make it to your crew before they all die and try to get them there. And there's free falling in VR, so it is not for anybody who is VR sensitive. But this game looks amazing. Yeah, I don't know what kind of graphical downgrade we're going to get on PlayStation VR, but some devs are really good at keeping it solid, so I'm hoping these guys are as well. Now, this one really is not that far away, coming out to us July 5th. If you guys want to check out gameplay, there's tons of it already for the PC version. I'm pretty sure ours is going to be similar. Now, I'm not sure how they're going to do motion or turning or anything. They are going to get back to me, so we're going to have more controls and information for you soon, but I just wanted to get you guys hyped on a new game that's coming for PlayStation VR. It should have some actual solid depth to it that I cannot wait to play. Now, another big one for a lot of people out there is Star Trek Bridge Crew. Now, I personally have not played in a while. Nothing against it, just no time to really sit down and do a full game. Now, this one also has 2D support as well now, and PC support, and there's crossplay everywhere, so it's really a very well-populated game. When I was at PAX, they were showing it off, and they were showing off everybody playing it, and they loved it. I mean, there were lines all day for it, but it's getting the next generation DLC. That's the point that we're getting to right here. Now, this is coming first on PlayStation VR May 22nd, so just next week. For anybody that's been waiting for this one, I think it's going to be around $9.99 US. I don't know what that is. Transfer it to your currency, how the normal prices are, and that's what it's going to be for you guys. Now, I'm psyched. I'm going to definitely play. We'll even most likely stream, because why the heck not? And I'll play a little Star Trek. Maybe we'll even play it with some community members. That might be a whole heck of a lot of fun. Now, finally, what a lot of you have probably been waiting this entire video for, saw it in the title, and we're like, Frankie, we've been watching now for all this time. When the hell are you going to talk about PSVR 2.0? Well, now is that time. Now, Mr. Big Head Honcho, Sean Layden, said in a blog post on PlayStation Blog that E3 this year is going to be all about the software. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm psyched about that. I love PlayStation software. I'm happy to see a little more Spider-Man. Definitely can't wait to see some Last of Us 2, and don't even get me started on how much I want to know more about Death Stranding, which they're going to show as well, but we're not going to have any kind of new hardware announcements, but they say, going to have some new PSVR game announcements, so I'm psyched about that too. They just haven't released that info yet. We'll be covering it, don't worry about it. But the big news is that JDI, a Japanese developer of like screens, displays, are making displays funded by Sony for VR headsets that have over 1,000 pixels per inch on them with extremely high refresh rates, a wonderful resolution because already the pixels, and they're going to have a quicker response time. Now, there's no... This is for PSVR 2.0, but these are shipping at the end of March, which was just a little while ago, which means that they could be getting into the hands of people developing or starting to work on the prototype headset number 2. Now, why would they be making VR panels just for VR for Sony if they weren't trying to put something like that in the PSVR 2.0. Now, if that is true and those are the panels they're using, it's going to be better than everything out on the market right now, which is pretty nuts, which is nice to hear at least. Now, at least by that point in time, even if everybody's caught up to that point, those are still going to be on par with something fantastic, and they're going to be great. The visual's going to be super solid, so I'm psyched to have this as our first true kind of leakage about PSVR 2.0. Nothing else has been truthfully confirmed. Nothing else has been stated. We have no release time, no date. Maybe they'll talk something about it at PSX at the end of the year, but I highly doubt it. I don't think we're going to hear anything about it until E3 2019, when they probably talk about PS5 and maybe PSVR 2.0. At that point, maybe they'll even wait till PSX that year. I have absolutely no idea, but I think you're safe jumping in on the PS4 Pro and the PSVR bandwagon for the time being, especially with all the great deals, sales, everything out there. So you guys, that's the news right now, which is actually some really, really good news for us headsets, because that means they're considering the displays most definitely, and they're going to work it into making something great on console. It's not just like, damn, I need a PC to have this beautiful, crisp quality. No, you guys, we're catching up. Everything's getting smaller, quicker, harder, faster, stronger. You know the deal. Now, on to everybody's favorite, Ask Frank. First up, Connor Vast Gaming says, hey, Frankie, is Apex Construct worth buying? Now, Connor, what is awesome is Apex Construct actually has a demo available right now. You can play the first part, so try it out for yourself. Tell me what you think. I definitely think it's worth buying. It's amazing. It's so much fun. And it's a little frustrating with the controls. Some people are having problems typing on a keyboard. Don't forget, if you're having issues, all you got to type is the first 3 letters for most of the words. You don't have to type it all the way out, and bada bing, you're good to go. Next up, Virtual Radical says, with the Vive Focus out, the Oculus Go, you think Sony is thinking about a standalone device. Now, honestly, Sony are the kings of standalone devices, and part of me wants them to just re-release the Walkman as like the Walkman VR, because that would be the coolest thing on earth. I have this awesome picture of me as a baby with my Walkman. I've had a Sony Walkman since like as far as I can remember. I finally got out of it once my iPods came out. I mean, what are you going to do at that point in time? But I definitely think that they wouldn't miss the chance to come out with something standalone. Now, I don't think if it's going to be on par with the same as PlayStation VR, but hell, I don't know. PSVR 2.0 could be 100% self-contained by that point in time. I mean, it's a whole nother year's time, and the tech leaps that we're in these days, don't even get me started on it. Escape Cat says, hey, Frankie, when's the next time you're going to be at PAX? Now, I'll probably be at PAX East next year. I'm not 100% sure. I doubt I'll be able to make it out to any of the other ones, but I would love to be at any. But that one is my probably most definite for sure going to be there. KYS Kid says, hey, Frankie, what about bringing back PS Home? I mean, come on. Now, KYS, the devs of PS Home, were actually working something initially for PSVR. I did a video way back in the day about that one, and they've said absolutely nothing about it. Now, I swear, I promise, there's got to be somebody somewhere working on something, because that would be the stupidest thing to miss out on. I think they just have to make sure they do everything right, because they don't want any of the, like, uncomfortableness that can come around. They want to make sure everything's correct. I probably want to be able to monetize it in some way, form, or fashion. So I think they're probably working on the best format. What I think would be cool is something like PS Home, where you could even like walk to a place where you're like, let's go to the virtual arcade in PS Home and then access the PSVR games on your console, and maybe even play with people that are in VR that maybe don't have the game. They can play for like 15, 20 minutes, something cool. I think that would be awesome for PS Home. Like, oh, we could watch videos if you have them on your hard drive. You have PS View, you can watch with your buddies on PS View, do a certain number. I mean, that would be cool. That full-on integration was what they really need. So, personally, I don't mind them waiting if they're going to do something like that and not rushing out just some kind of crap thing where it's like, here, pay $20 for some T-shirts. All right, Landon Nick says, hey, Frankie, what about Gorn on PSVR? Now, we've talked about this before. I love Gorn, and they are still working on Gorn. It's in early access, and actually, I reached out to the devs. They never even considered it on PSVR. They don't even have dev kits at the moment. So, honestly, guys, tweet Devolver Digital. Tell them that you want Gorn on PSVR, and I promise you, more people to reach out to them. The more times you see it, tag Sony, tag PlayStation, do whatever you want. Reach out, send them an email, send them a message, and say, hey, we would love to play Gorn on PSVR. I mean, come on. And they have some crazy movement scheme, so I'm pretty sure they could figure something out for us. And Steve Van Wyck is a headset from South Africa. What's happening, buddy? And he wants to know about open world games on PlayStation VR. Now, I'm pretty sure you already know about Skyrim. Apex Construct is semi-open world game the way that it's connected. Redemption's Guild, one of my buddy's games, is supposed to be coming out early next year, maybe sooner than that. He doesn't know. He's hoping for it. But that's going to be like an open world MMORPG where you can play with 3 other people. Now, I'm pretty sure we're going to see some more stuff coming around the corner. Nothing is 100% confirmed yet, but everybody's building their stuff right now. They were worried about VR, then they saw the potential in it. Now they see where it's going, that it truthfully is the future and everybody loves VR. And I think that they're finally like, oh, okay, we got to build this game for virtual reality. I mean, come on. People are getting this. People are getting the hang of it. People are buying into VR. People are finally believing what I've been saying since day one. So, yeah, buddy, I think that there's not too many right at the moment. I'm sorry. I wish there were more, but there are more, I promise you, right around the corner. And if you guys know any other open world games that I skipped or missed or something about, you can definitely let us know below. What was that one where you're discovering Mars? There's a pretty cool one. It was on Xbox as well. Check out that guy. And finally, Cansome YT says, hey, Frankie, what about a budget gaming PC? Now, buddy, there's this new thing from Intel, which is like tiny, and it's really just made for VR. And I think you can get it for like $750, and it's supposed to be a solid VR rig, so you can look into something like that. That might be what you're looking for. If you can find something that is dedicated just for VR, that you're not trying to use for anything else, it shouldn't be that hard. But once you're trying to stack all these other things on there, then it starts to get a little bit hectic. I feel like if you're building a VR rig, you need to build a rig just for VR, and you don't really want to skimp on it, or else just stay on PlayStation VR and enjoy your time there, because you're going to have a better experience. I mean, you can run on a decent smaller rig, but it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be mind-blowing. It's not going to be like, oh, wow, this is a giant leap forward. It's just going to be a little baby leap, and I don't want you to spend all this money for just a baby leap. All right, but that's it for questions. Now, as always, if you guys would like questions, feature it on Ask Frank. All you do is put the hashtag Ask Frank in your question in the comments, and I am definitely 100% going to see it. Now, if you don't put a hashtag, I'm probably still possibly going to see it, but that's the easiest way because I can search through that. Now, thank you all for coming through. I hope you enjoyed the show today. I hope you're excited for PSVR 2.0. I definitely am. I mean, come on. And as soon as I know more that I can tell you guys, I will definitely let you know. Now, you're beautiful, amazing, most friendly, kindest, sweetest, awesome, wonderful audience in the world. Give yourselves a round of applause, a thumbs up for making it this far. And if you feel I deserve it, then hey, you can throw me one as well. But more important than all of that is that if you want to stay up to date on any and everything PlayStation VR, and you don't mind this ugly mug, friggin' subscribe. I mean, come on. Smudges. New outro. What's up?
The Frank Show, what? The Frank Show, come on. The Frank Show, what? The Frank Show, come on. The Frank Show, what? The Frank Show, come on. The Frank Show. It's time for the show. The Frank Show, what? The Frank Show, come on. The Show, what? The Frank Show, come on. The Frank Show. The Frank Show, come on. The Frank Show. It's time for the show.